Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. You are on Adventures with Dano, your daily Dano, as we put videos out here every day. Got my coffee. Gonna do a little walk and talk today. We're gonna talk about several different things. Got some things coming up. Happy 4th of July week. Tell you what, getting excited. Me and Jessica are gonna put on a little show here in a few days. Also, you guys may have read it. We have a community post that we put up where me and Jessica are going to be doing a Q&A video, questions and answers. I already put the post up. I see a lot of you have already left some questions. We're not going to be able to answer all of them, but we're going to answer some ones at least that we feel comfortable with answering. Gorgeous day out here. It is 70 degrees, and it's been in the 90s here in Cincinnati for the last 2 weeks. Upper 80s, low 90s. What is this right here? Attention, due to ongoing construction here. I don't really see much construction. The walking trail is subject to closure. How about that? I do see some construction down here. It's a little beautiful walk here, over here in Cincinnati, Ohio, over here in Green Township. Absolutely beautiful. It's a nice walking trail they put back here. It's nice. There is another one down the road here at Veterans Park. I like going there, but they're actually doing construction there. They got some hiking trails and stuff like that, but absolutely gorgeous. Excited to do the Q&A. I know some people have been asking about that for a long time. We're going to be answering some burning questions, so hit up our community post. I'd prefer you put the questions on there as to where that is what we will be following as we do the Q&A. Saw a very pretty cardinal right here before. I tried to flip the camera and wasn't able to get it in time. I could hear him before, but... So today is the 1st of July. Staying out of the stores today. Usually I'm going to start trying to stay out of the different stores on the 1st, because traditionally stores are just overly packed on the 1st of the month, and it's really hard to do what I do, kind of interweaving between people. Plus, I don't like to get in anybody's way. So I'm always trying to do this as smoothly as possible. The struggle of a daily vlogger. Hopefully gonna try and do some more things as we go along here. I know Jessica's wanting to get more involved. I'm gonna try not to answer any questions in this video. I was actually gonna do like kind of a Q&A today, but you know, I wanted to include Jess, and she agreed to do it. As most of you know, Jess is, you know, a private person. She's not as extrovert as I am. She's more of an introvert. Doesn't like to, but she's enjoying this. She really is. But yeah, any questions you guys have, make sure you leave it in our community post that we just posted. It should be fun. I will say one thing that I enjoy about my job here is I can do whatever I want. I am truly blessed. I am truly blessed to do what I do. Thank you to everyone who has followed us for so many years. Over 4 years of doing this, I can say a couple things. One, we're very blessed, and I thought I would share some of that appreciation in this video today. Boy, a little more crowded out here than I thought it would be this morning. But yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been a journey, guys. It really has. Also, I'm using the Sony camera today, so it may be a tad bit shaky. Anytime I'm outside in the open here, I try to test my surgeon hands on the Sony camera that I have here. The stabilization isn't the best. Oh, looks like they are doing some construction here. Wow. Huh. Let's walk off the beaten path for a second. Oh, little slippage there. Yeah, I wonder what they're doing here. Huh. Been a while since I've been down there. It's a hawk up there. I wonder what they're doing. This was all woods before. During the holidays, they'll have Christmas trees lined up here. Well, not Christmas trees per se, but little pine trees, kind of give it a little festive feeling here. Wow, they've really, boy, I sure hope they're not planning on building houses here. Huh. I don't know. I mean, it would be nice, though. I mean, actually, I don't know. If I was to get a house here, I wouldn't want a walking trail that has pretty heavy foot traffic in the afternoons and evenings. What on earth is this? Let me know that in the comments if you know. Whatever it is, looks like it is passed on. Kind of looks like corn stalks, but no way that could be. Maybe these have gotten taller and maybe died over the years here. Well, this is interesting. Looks like they put a storm sewer in here. Storm sewer. Right here out into the flatlands. This looks fresh too. It looks like they're continuing this project. Interesting. I wonder if they put like a, it'd be cool if they put like a park right here or something. Maybe some stuff for kids. Maybe like a little play area. So I was just talking to someone in passing here. He said they're building condominiums right here, and I'm not too surprised because there's these green poles back here behind me. I'm not really sure what they are, but they look like that was done for houses. And seeing that there's a storm drain back here now, there they are. I'm gonna have to look into this. But yeah, I don't know about that. How you doing? I don't know about that, but I hate to see something like this that was pretty much all woods before and they put a bunch of houses in here. But speaking of houses, yeah, me and Jess are in constant looking. Guys, prices on houses have just gotten it's just ridiculous. It really is. And I start looking at, I look at houses everywhere. Just for giggles, I was looking at some houses in Florida, and it was like some of the houses around here are as much as they are in Florida, maybe a little more in Florida. I know property taxes around Cincinnati have really shot up. One thing that I may get excited about here at some point is, I've kind of talked to Jessica about, maybe us doing some tours around the country, checking out some different places, looking around, seeing the sights, getting out of Cincinnati some. I know we travel, to Florida and Tennessee some. I want to get out there, check out some other things. Easier said than done, especially, because Jessica works, a full-time job. Who knows? Maybe someday we can do this together. And by together, I mean us doing this on the channel and her not having her other job. We are very blessed to do what we do here on YouTube, but we do think about, the future and what could happen. As two people who constantly think things out, always thinking, you can't help but think, okay, well, YouTube is here and we're blessed to do what we do on here. But whatever happens, what happens if it goes away? Hope that it doesn't. I mean, this is, and then, if it ever does, well, we just move on and do what we can. I know I've talked to Jess about maybe at some point coming up with a website. I know websites cost a little bit of money, especially if you want one that people are going to be attracted to. But hopefully we don't have to do that. Always planning for the future though, guys. If there's anything that that's always stuck in my head, planning for the future. No matter what happens, it's always good, no matter what you do in life, no matter what you have, to always have a backup plan. Always good to have a backup plan. And that is something that I'm always kind of putting together. Yes, they are definitely doing something here. They have all these sewer pipes, which rightfully so, they just put in a storm drain. So, oh yeah. Yep, I don't know. I think that guy was right. Might be some condominiums coming in here. I don't have my phone, so I can't look it up. I'll have to look it up later though. It'll be nice for the people who have a condo here. There's some things I don't like, about condos though. Number one, I don't like that they're all HOA, right? I mean, condominiums are all HOA. You never really own. I mean, I guess technically you never really own anything because you're always going to pay like property taxes. You're always going to pay for your property no matter what you do. Once you have it paid off, you're going to continue to pay it off the rest of your life. And do you really own it? Well, I guess the best thing you can do is pass it down to a family member or somebody that's going to utilize it. And boy, they really are. The further I get down here, this is crazy. They really are, yeah. Yeah, they're adding a bunch of stuff in here. Set my coffee down. Oh yeah. Got the little crane there, or the backhoe, is that what they call it? Or the excavator. Got these different tubes here. Different tubes right here, oh yeah. So what that guy was talking about, he was asking me what these green pipes were in the background. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. Is that those water pipes maybe? Water pipes? I don't think it's gas. Gas would be yellow. Gas, you see those yellow poles sticking out of the ground. That's where the gas would be coming from. Oh. Pretty crazy, guys. Pretty crazy. This is all new to me. All new to me. I mean, I saw a while back they were doing some, but they must have really dug into this here this summer. Because I mean, this is crazy. It's all flat. Yeah, there's got to be building condos or something here. But other things I don't like about like condos in general. Get my coffee here. Other things I don't like about condos in general is neighbors. You know, you're gonna have neighbors right next to each other. I mean, it's different if you're in a house and you're building separate, and they may be like that. I don't really know, but I need area. I need space, and I don't like being that close to my neighbor. I know we live in an apartment now, and it's like maybe just living in apartments, you know, over the years, it's like, but it's like I don't want that. You know, it's not like our place is really that noisy. But it's like, first of all, I need space. And condos, some condos are huge, but you're going to pay a fortune for them. And then paying for something that you don't own even more. And then who knows, HOA fees can always go up over the years as they have. I was looking at some other houses around here, and it's like HOA. And some of the HOA fees are like $300-400 a month. One nice thing about this trail in particular, they got these benches where you can sit. These little arm pull things too. I don't know why they put those there. It takes up too much space. So one thing I just noticed here, they're actually building this house right here. From a distance, I kind of thought maybe because of the woods that were here before, I thought maybe this had from a distance, I thought this house was like in use. It is not. This house is being built. So somebody probably purchased that piece of land right there and are having a house built. That is something else that me and Jessica have also considered, buying a piece of land and having a house built. Because I'll tell you what, when you really do the math, some of the houses around here, I mean, if you can find a spot like this, I'm actually glad I came back here today. This might be an idea. I don't know. Having the walking path here and everything, I mean, it's nice. It'd be nice to come out your house and have this little path. I just don't know if I want this right here. I don't know. It's just kind of spitballing here, okay? Just kind of throwing it out there. But yeah, we have considered buying a piece of land and having our own house built, because we got, you know, there's a couple things that we want. There's a couple, you know, we want things, you know, we want lots of bathrooms. We want like 3 bathrooms, at least 2.5 bathrooms. We need 3, maybe 4 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms. I have to have an office space to do videos and stuff like that. As most of you know, me and Jessica kind of share our like second bedroom space. A lot of her crafting stuff, and it's like, I call it the war room for me. She calls it the craft room. We kind of just meet in the middle. But, you know, it's something we've considered doing because, you know, if we're going to pay the price, why not get everything you want? Oh yeah, this is a pretty active scene right here. Got the bulldozer excavator. Right, I think excavator's the one that has the little thing on. We got this house back here though, and I just noticed too, there's a lot of lumber out there. A lot of lumber. Wonder if they're building another house, maybe right there next to it. Not really sure. Maybe a garage, but looks like some cedar over there. Now I could be way wrong, and I don't think you would do your own telephone poles in the middle of a yard, but that's kind of why I thought it was cedar there. They look like telephone poles, kind of. It's as far as I can zoom. Got these other bulldozers. Yeah, this guy back here's got the lights on. They're working. They are working. Got a driveway being built back there. Ugh. Some ways I like seeing this stuff sometimes. In other ways though, I know it's not going to be as peaceful as it's always been when I come back here to do. I used to do walks here like every day. It's nice because it's paved. Got a paved walkway. I mean, it would be nice to own something here because you do have the walkway, but you know, will this last? You know, you never know. And when you make a 30-year investment, you know, it'd be good to at least kind of have some idea. I know things change, life changes, everything changes. And change is good sometimes, but you know, sometimes you just want things to stay the same, kind of like this area here. So doesn't look like that's going to be a park. It does. These water lines or whatever they are flow all the way back there, and they're probably still putting them in where we were before, where I didn't see them. And I see a flag down there that looks like a flag for a gas line. I know you probably can't see it, but yep, definitely looking like it's going to happen. And talking about change here for a minute, I've always had in the back of my head that especially for social media, electronics, different things, I'm trying to keep it as old school as possible, but I understand that change is inevitable on things like YouTube and stuff. And one thing I will say right now, not going too much into like a question and answer thing, because obviously we're going to have that here in a few days, but I know that if me and Jessica do this full time, it's going to be some different things. I know a lot of you enjoy our entertaining videos, our videos out and about. I was really happy to see so many people that enjoyed our video just going to Cracker Barrel and picking up some fireworks, you know, just our daily lives. And as to where I will always go over different deals and sales and visit stores and stuff like that. Well, if Jessica joins the team full time, we may have to evolve and maybe just film our daily lives. Let us know down in the comments if you're interested in that. As to where one thing we can say as a constant is we always want to have something out here every day for you guys to enjoy. You know, whether it's shopping the sale prices at stores, entertainment, our travels, going to different parks, having fun, maybe some cooking videos. You know, these are things that are hard to do because it can't be on a constant thing with Jessica doing her job, or she does her job. Her job is very taxing, and when she's done, she's tired, you know, and it's like, I can understand. You don't want to be in a video all the time, you know, when you're exhausted from doing your other job. So when you see Jess, let's give her a round of applause. Give this video a like for Jess, because when she does these, it's either on the weekend or if it's any time on the weekday, you know that she's already worked her other job, you know, and still managing to do a video with me. Look at these little sticker bush things, as I call them. I'm not really sure the name of these. Not too sure. I'm sure we have people on the channel that know these kind of things. Here's that house back here. I know you're going to hear some of the zoom noise. I left my external microphone at home, so that's the one bad thing about this Sony camera is when I talk from behind it, it's not as clear. Oh, somebody's driving back there. I do love this camera though. The colors are amazing. And, you know, there is something to be said about some of these, you know, using a real camera instead of your like phone camera. It just looks more real. I mean, there's less digital corrections. I know there's like sensors and stuff like that in cameras these days, but that's why cameras cost more, because they're great. They're great. It's more lifelike. I mean, I can see myself. That's one thing about the camera. Like when you use like a phone camera, you always want to use like the rear cameras, because those are the better ones. Like usually, like if I'm doing a coffee rant video or something, I'm either using this camera or I'll have to turn the camera around on my phone so that it's not all fuzzy looking, and you know, you want it to look good. Check out these purple flowers right here. Oh, got a big old ant in this one. Yeah, a little windy out here. But yeah, the picture always looks so much better out of my camera than my phone. And you know what? You guys may not actually even be able to tell the difference, but I do. And you know, you want things to look as good as possible. As good as... Boy, they're really, off camera here, they brought some other trucks back there, so they're getting ready. Ready to do some big work. I bet you they're building another house right here. I bet it's going right there because they flattened that land there. I don't know. If I was going to pay to have a house built, I would definitely want enough property. Maybe they're just building something else or something. Not really sure, but looks like they've dug up over this hill over here too. Right here, looks like they're digging that up. Dang. So I just talked to another guy here in passing. He seems a little in favor of it, talking about senior citizens that live back in these areas. He was talking about his sister that might actually think about buying a condo here, looking into a place that doesn't have a lot of steps, don't have to maintain, you know, yeah, for these reasons, if you don't want to cut your own grass and stuff like that, or maybe go in as a group when something goes wrong with water systems and stuff like that, I can see where that would be helpful. He also mentioned something interesting here, that no senior citizen's going to be moving into this house and have to do all those steps. I gotta say, unless they're building a little elevator in there, or if you're in some pretty good shape, but I don't know. He said they're building townhomes and condos. I don't really know the difference, to be honest with you. I really don't. I mean, townhomes and condos seem like they're the same exact thing. I think condos might be a little bigger, and maybe you own the condo and maybe not own the townhome. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like a grab, right? To oh, this person owns this property, so this property's going to have to obey this property. You know what I mean? That's too much conflicting info and different information. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It already sounds like it's something that I would never want. Now, one thing I'm already missing here is it used to be a lot more shaded. And it does feel like it's starting to get a little hot though. Not too bad though. The humidity's great. Might actually take a dip in the pool today. That's another thing too. Like I've considered, like if we buy a house, we want to make sure we have enough area, you know, to where we can have a nice fenced yard, a pool, you know. It's good to see that they haven't really messed around on this side yet. So hopefully they don't. I mean, there's like a neighborhood up and over there. So I don't, this is quite a hill too. Boy, this would be a lot to take out. It really would. And you know what? I was just thinking, maybe those over here, maybe those are trees that they've taken out, right? And maybe they're like repurposing them. I could see that. Like maybe they want a garage over here, and maybe, I don't know. I do know I just seen a bee the size of Texas though. Not excited about that. Has anybody else been noticing a lot more bees around lately? I've been seeing, I know like a couple of years ago, people were talking about like shortages, not a lot of honeybees and stuff. I've been seeing a lot of them. I've been seeing a lot of those little sweat bees lately. I was up at Kings Island Amusement Park, about a week ago at the water park, and there were bees everywhere. Like those little sweat bees. Those are the ones that are annoying because they bite you and they survive. They bite you, and then I guess they don't lose their stinger or something. Boy, they can just keep going to town. And a lot of people on their bikes here today. It's awesome. I wish I had a bike. I don't have a bicycle. I used to. If I did, I'd probably be down here a lot more. It's nice just walking. It's only like maybe a mile. Maybe a mile. We're not going the full mile. Of course, I probably walked a mile just going back and forth, trying to stay in line with the sun here. But eventually, we're going to have to turn around. What I think I'm going to do now? I don't know. It's very peaceful out here. I hate to see all this construction. But I understand, especially like in this part of town, like the population keeps growing. You got to have somewhere for people to go. People obviously are willing to pay exuberant prices for things these days because that's why the housing market is the way it is, because people keep paying for it. You know, you know, some would say that it's devastating. Some would say progress. I would have to say that the biggest problem is, you know, people's checks and the money that people are making aren't really amounting to the prices of the rate that things are going up. That's the problem. That's the problem. And it's like, you know, me and Jessica have been, you know, saving for a while. We want to make sure we make the right move. We make very calculated decisions, you know, and this might be something we do. This might be something back here we do eventually. Because, yeah, I'm not going to overpay for a house built in 1912, right? I saw a house built in like 1920 the other day for like $280,000. Now, mind you, it's been refurbished and stuff. Hopefully they've gotten rid of the knob and tube or whatever it was. But, you know, it's like these, if you're going to overpay these days, right, which we pretty much all are. We're overpaying for groceries. We're overpaying for car insurance. Has gone up 50% for pretty much everybody on our channel here that has talked about it. It's ridiculous. We were talking about the June and the January thing in one of our videos. My car insurance went up in January, and a lot of people were leaving comments on the channel, you know, that their car insurance just went up like $500 a year. And that's what it is. It's like the 6-month gap. But, you know, I don't know. We got to just keep moving forward, keep our heads up, keep pushing. Like I said, you know, I'm glad that at least me and Jess, you know, we're in a position to where we can continue on, stay where we are. As most of you know, we've been paying visits to IKEA. I gotta switch hands here. That's the bad thing about holding the camera forever here, is it's not a heavy camera, but anything that you hold out for a while is gonna wear your arm out. It's good. A little bit of elbow exercise. But you know, as we've been going to IKEA, putting together some different things to increase, to really, it's not like it's more organized. It doesn't really save us space. As a matter of fact, it probably creates more of a problem with space, but at least it's organized now. That was our problem before, is we were like putting boxes on top of each other, just kind of throwing things around, you know, and it was just a headache. I mean, when you're labeling boxes in your room that you're trying to do your work and all that other stuff, when you're labeling those things to know that you can get, you know, there's an issue, right? And thank you for all of your, I'm sure Jess would love to, a lot of you guys were saying, you know, when I do the coffee ranch, you guys can see her like crafting stuff behind me in the shot and everything. And just wanted to thank you guys. A lot of people were leaving comments saying that you guys loved what she did with those, and I agree. I mean, it's pretty awesome. She's an artist. She really is. And it's nice. That's like her hobby. Like, you know, and I've kind of talked to her about maybe doing like a YouTube channel, like a side, that's funny saying side hustle on a YouTube channel. But, you know, I don't know, maybe in the future. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but can you hear the cicadas? Oh, I've been hearing more and more cicadas lately. Brings me back to the nightmare from 3 years ago, 2021. We had our big 17-year. I actually have a whole playlist of our cicada invasion that happened back in 2021. Cicadas were everywhere. A little wind here. Might be picking up on the mic. Oh, feels good though. Oh, Nice and breezy. I still can't get over this. I can't get over what they're doing here. I mean, it happens. I know, like, my grandpa, you know, he's where they were up in like West Carrollton, up near like Dayton area and that. And it was like it looked like this. And then they started tearing everything out. And, you know, that's what they did. They were building condos and townhomes and all this other stuff. Not me. I want a house. And I don't want HOA. I don't want people telling me what I can put in my yard, what I have to paint my door, what I have to have. Jessica don't want that either. Actually, probably her more than me. I could probably settle on something Jessica won't. And I'm glad for that. I'm glad for that because it's always nice, you know, when you're in a good partnership with somebody because they help you stick to your decisions. Eventually, I would probably cave. Like, if it was just me, I probably would have caved now, and I'd probably be, I don't know, living in some tiny house somewhere that I didn't like, or, you know, a condo or something like that. And that's not me. And it's nice with Jess because she's kind of like, she's like the extra backbone in that kind of situation. So they don't have these everywhere, but I'll tell you what, when you're walking around here at night, these like lamp posts here, they really do illuminate quite a distance. It's very nice. What is this? Got this stone. I don't remember this. What the heck? I don't know what that's for. Maybe this was a post. Maybe it came over here at one point, or maybe they had some kind of signage on this. Just a concrete post sticking up out of the ground right here. I have no idea what it's for. There is a creek down there just past where we saw at the beginning where I didn't even know what they were doing here. And then down to the right, the creek kind of goes around the bend. So I can't imagine that they would build anything past that because the constant water flow, obviously you don't want to build something on top of water, but who knows these days? I really don't know. I don't know what the possibilities are. Yeah, those trucks, I can hear the trucks coming up the back here. They are on the move. Over here off the edge, pretty much back where I started, you got this like little canyon drop off down here. Curious what's down there, but I'm not gonna climb through this. Also, before, that was not a truck I heard, that is a lawnmower over there. Pavement ends. Pavement ends. 200 feet. They do have this construction sign here that I guess they just keep here in case they need to close this off for anything, which this could be more in effect once they start getting those condos up, as they could close this off. Nobody be able to walk back here. Now there is a whole other part, but it's not as easy to get to as this part right here. Walking trail closed. I guess they need a constant reminder that the trail is about to end. Back there was 200 feet. Now we're up to 100 feet here. 100 feet, we might as well go all the way to the end, huh? We have reached the end of the trail. We are at 0 feet. Wait a minute. There we go. We are now at 0 feet, the end of the trail. We were warned at 200 feet, then another 100 feet. We made it. Made it right here at the end. Also, they have a pet waste station here. Leash and clean up after your pet. Yes, please do that. Please keep this area clean, other than all the concrete and dust and everything else that they are creating. But yeah, they got the bags here, little doggy bags. Also, they got trash right here. This is for the doggy things. They also have a trash can here. Let's not litter, guys. Well, that's going to do it for today. Got to see some of the construction, the unknown construction update. I had no idea they were doing this. Kind of crazy. Part of me likes it, part of me doesn't. I don't know, when that guy said, you know, good for seniors, kind of like, oh, okay. Be nice for seniors to come out here and walk and, you know, be able to get out here in the breeze. It may not affect, it ain't gonna affect me because I ain't gonna buy a house down here, but it would be nice. I ain't gonna lie, it'd be nice here in the future. Might end up being what me and Jess do, right? We may end up purchasing some land and having a house built. Another couple years on YouTube. Oh, guys, we are truly blessed, and we thank you all so much for watching us each and every day, no matter what we do. We have great fans on the channel here of just loving what me and Jessica do, and you know, it's really awesome. It really is. We really enjoy this. Thank you for joining me today. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Everybody, there's a couple people walking their dogs down there, and it's a really awesome place. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Always remember, the adventure is out there.